Hey guys, it's Joe from Brennan again. It's my third blog coming up, so hope I'm doing okay with it, and glad you guys seem to like it. Thank you very much. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Arrow and Flash's ratings, as well as Supernatural cleaning up what some people call a mess, I guess. I thought it was pretty good, but I thought they did a good job with it. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the big story of the week, which is someone coming to Captain America 3. We're going to talk a little bit about 90s or all that. And we're going to talk about majorly the fact that today is the anniversary of Smallville. So here we go. First off, Arrow, Flash, and Supernatural are all doing well in the ratings. That's all I would say mainly about that. I'm glad they're holding up so well and everything like that. And because most of the time shows just, will fall off like a rock. Especially Flash is doing really well. It didn't fall off that well. Supernatural held on very well too. Supernatural, I said, was going to do better in second episodes. I think it did. And I'm glad to see it's doing better. I thought the season premiere was pretty cool, but I like the second episode too. I like how they explained who this kid is. That's who this guy is who's been chasing Dean and Sam. I guess he's like why he's out for revenge. And no, I'm not gonna spoil it. I very famously said I don't spoil stuff, and I like to hold up to that. But they're all doing very well. The Arrow episode last night was really good, really shocking how they ended last week's to begin this week's, and I didn't expect to see that happen. Next week's looks even better. Flash, I can't believe held up so well. Flash is amazing. I think it's done better than everything else. I think Gotham's getting better too, but I think Flash is just holding up so well. Fastest Man Alive was the name of the second episode. I'm glad to see it's holding up so well. And dang, I like the shocker of the ending for that one was crazy too. And if you haven't seen it, look that up on the app or look that up at cwtv.com. It's really cool. Great show all around. Glad to report that unlike last year, 90s All That will be doing some Halloween shows the week of the 27th through the 31st through Halloween. So it's going to be pretty cool. I guess for they repeat it after 2 hours. They repeat the first lineup. What they're going to do is the first 2 hours they're going to do Halloween episodes, and then the second 2 hours they're going to do usual lineup, which is cool. They're still going to try and put some stuff in there for Halloween anyway, which I think is really cool. My favorite part of that is that we're going to see Are You Afraid of the Dark on there, and we haven't seen that for a little while too. Like I said, they didn't do really that much last year. They did a little bit, but I think this is going to kick butt for this year, and that's as big as I get. I don't cuss. I just like to say kick butt. This is gonna be pretty cool. I can't wait to see Doug's Halloween adventure. That's always been my favorite episode. I guess with the Are You Afraid of the Dark, that was gonna be Halloween, but it's gonna be like Before There Stars, like Ryan Gosling and Tia Tamera Mowry. So I think it's pretty cool. What else do we got today? The big news of the week is that Robert Downey Jr. is joining Captain America 3, which I couldn't believe, which he was alluding to this last week, so I can't believe he did that. Thank you, Robert. It looks like it's going to set up for or start the Civil War storyline, which I think is one of the best storylines since the death of Superman, and also since the Nightfall storyline in Batman. Basically, that there's a catastrophic event, and the government in the Marvel universe wants to have superheroes, if they wear masks, reveal their identities. And Captain America leads the group that's very against as well. Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, aka Robert Downey Jr., is is for it, I believe. It's been a while since I read, so pardon me if I get a little bit of it wrong. And I like this storyline because they do come to blows with it, to blows about it. It sets up Tony to be a major villain, which is really cool. I know nobody wants to see Robert Downey Jr. be a villain, but it's gonna be really cool how they do it. And the fallout from this storyline is just amazing. And I'm not gonna say what happens. If you can, go to a local Barnes & Noble, go to a comic book store, pick up this thing. It should be a trade paperback. It should be a graphic novel form. Which is where a trade paperback or graphic novel sometimes is where they collect all or most of a storyline in one book, and then they sell it, and you can get it for one price instead of having to buy it over and over and over and over every month. This is a lot easier. That's why I got to do it like a lot of superhero comics, which is really cool. And you know me, look at that. I mean, I'm a superhero fan. It's like, which I'll get to in a few moments here about Smallville. Which I think is really cool. And so yeah, if you can go to it, and it'll set up for Civil War, or it might set up for something else, which they might do in Avengers 3. We're gonna get Avengers 2 next year, looks like, and then Captain America 3 the year after. And if Captain America 2 The Winter Soldier was any indication, I think it's going to be a blowout film. It's the same directors as before. Of course, Chris Evans coming back. Robert Downey Jr. is either just about to sign or has signed. I know Scarlett Johansson might be back, Falcon might be back, Anthony Mackie. And I always thought he was pretty cool. I know a lot of people were fans of his, which is really cool. Avengers next year will be really cool. And I think the best thing about this is that it's going to give Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice and Transformers, we look at 5. Transformers 5 that year run for its money. Run for their money. I can't wait to see it. I still think Batman vs. Superman The Dawn of Justice, Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, will be my favorite movie of that year, I think. But I think Captain America 3 is going to get a run for its money majorly. I think it's going to be a great movie and I can't wait. I got to see Dracula the other night, this past Sunday night, after it had come out. So it had come out for a couple days. Very good movie. Very good what they did with it. I believe it's endorsed by the Stoker estate officially, and that's never happened before. It's an official prequel to the legend. It pretty much is that he goes to great lengths. Excuse me, just woke up. Great lengths to save his family and his friends, his country. And it's basically the bad men do in the wake of good things, and the good men do in the wake of evil things. You know, the road to somewhere is paved with good intentions. So, very good. I want to say episode. Very good movie. Luke Evans did a great job with it. Dominic Cooper, same thing. The ending is not to be missed. It sets up for a whole shared Monsters universe by Universal Pictures. I can't wait. I believe we're getting that next year, the official first chapter now with The Mummy, which is not going to be following up with the Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz ones. It's going to be a restart from the beginning and the current time, which is pretty cool. I have a theory on how they're going to have these movies interconnect, because they're going to connect like the Avengers. Not that we're going to see them fighting crime, but I think there's going to be a big bad guy in all of them who kind of sets it up for everyone to fight and to cross over and stuff like that, which is really cool. What else we got going on? Fear Fest is going to start up on Friday on the AMC channel, which looks really cool. I believe Freddy's Dead will be one of the ones shown. I think next Monday, next Tuesday, we're going to get a couple marathons of Friday the 13th movies, which I can't wait to see. You know, like I said, if it goes through, I believe Halloween goes through Friday this year, let it roll. Let it go through Saturday or Sunday. You know, I don't see the harm in that, especially since AMC Channel just announced they're not going to do any more unscripted programming for right now, with the exceptions of Comic Book Man, which I love. Kevin Smith, he's awesome, and Talking Dead with Chris Hardwick, who I've been a fan of ever since Singled Out back in the day. He's really cool, and House of a Thousand Corpses. Nice guy. So I say, you know, let's let it go through Sunday night and just have the Fear Fest lineup end with Walking Dead. You know. Let it roll. I've said before, let it roll. I'm old school, so I'd love to see some of the older movies, like Halloween. We're going to see Halloween. We're going to see some of the Nightmare on Elm Streets. We're going to see a bunch. We're going to see all the Friday the 13th as far as I know, except for Freddy vs. Jason, because Sci-Fi owns the rights to them. We're not going to see the original Nightmare on Elm Street because I think IFC owns the rights to it, and they're going to be showing that a couple more times. They showed it this past Monday night, and I fell asleep watching it, so I'm a little upset with myself. So I was tired. Fell asleep in front of the TV. Yep. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Robert Englund. But I love the movie. I think it's great. It's my second favorite after Part 3. And 3 is the Dream Warriors, which I love, which is awesome. Which I think is great. Dream Warriors just knocks it out of the park for me every time. And I love it, especially the Freddy Snake, which is really cool. And of course the TV part, which, welcome to primetime. Yep, we're not going to say the rest of that line because I don't cuss much. But you know me. I can't wait to see some of that. And trying to think if I know Turner Classic Movies is going to air some stuff. I think Sci-Fi aired Freddy vs. Jason a couple days ago. I think they aired it 2 days ago or 3 days ago, yesterday, something like that. Hard to remember. Their schedule is kind of weird. Unfortunately, I have to be the bearer of bad news. There will be no live investigation with the ghost hunters this year. They haven't done that this year or last year. I believe the guys take their kids trick-or-treating before, because they want to get in on that before the kids get too old, which I think is really cool and stuff. And I have no problem with that. I do miss when they used to go out live, and especially since, like I've been saying, SmackDown is set to go to Thursday nights starting January next year. So maybe we'll see a hit a live investigation next year. All signs are that Ghost Hunters will probably do one more season, and then that may be it. Because, I'm sure they don't want to do that forever, right? Like, I'd be happy if they did. I can't wait. Just found out the other day that Grimm is going to have reruns start on TNT early next year, so hopefully that won't mess with Smallville's reruns on TNT. Well, maybe it will. Maybe they'll put Smallville on the better time slot, because it's ridiculous. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not griping, but it's just, get a better time slot, guys. Come on, please. For the fans. I know fans who wanted to go to either a new time slot or a new network. If they can't give them the new time slot, let Spike, or let even FX have it. FX, Spike wanted it before ABC Family got back in the day. Let ABC Family have it back too, because they're actually being more lenient. I remember ABC Family saying they dropped it because it became too adult, which is kind of ironic, seeing as how you have shows on there like Pretty Little Liars, which are very adult in their content, which isn't bad, but it seems kind of weird. But maybe they'll go back to ABC Family. What I'd love to see it do is go to USA Network, so they could air before and after WWE Raw, because then they wouldn't have to air NCIS all the time. I love NCIS. It's a great show, but every single Monday night they air it before the show. It's a little much. I love it though. It's a great show, but I say give it a rest. Here's the big story of the week. The big story of the week. This is the 13th anniversary of Smallville's debuting back in 2001, October 16th. The show debuted and blew out the record for the WB's highest record. I think it was over 8 million viewers. And the thing that's come closest to that is The Flash. So I think it's really cool. My favorite episode of Smallville is probably Scion, where they introduce Superboy. Second favorite is Homecoming. Third favorite is Perry. And then, of course, I love the episodes with Christopher Reeve, which is why, like I said, I have my Superman shirt on today. Hi, guys. I like to hear what everyone thinks about Smallville. Even if you didn't like it, what? Did you have a favorite character? Did you have a favorite cast member? I know a lot of people like Tom Welling, Erica Durance, who's really cool too. Michael Rosenbaum is pretty cool. Give me a shout out, put it in the comments below. But I love Smallville. I think that until we got Arrow and The Flash, it was really CW suffering, because they were hurting without a show like Smallville. They had Supernatural, which is really cool, and I love Supernatural too. And it's still doing very well and stuff, and I'm glad it's still going on. But I'm glad we got Smallville. I'm glad Smallville happened. We needed it at the time, because we just lost Buffy to UPN and stuff. And, I'm glad we got Smallville, and it opened the door for, like, Supernatural and Flash and Arrow. And I'm glad we got it. It was 13 years ago today it premiered. I love the show. I never hesitate to watch reruns and the episodes whenever I can. It's a great show, and I think it's awesome. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. It's really good, especially from episode 1. It's really cool. Some of the episodes were better than others. Like I said, we're not going to talk about the vampire one. That's not, no. Kind of goofy one. If you see it, it's in season 4. It's called Thirst. You'll know, no, it's season 5. Thank you. Sorry. Season 5. Season 5 episode Thirst. Not a bad show. Not a bad episode, but I think the other ones were better. And, I liked it. I missed the show. I think it's amazing. And I'm glad we get to see it in reruns. I just hope we get a better time slot now, because it's ridiculous. That's what I gotta say today, guys. I'm glad you like the blogs. Like I said, hit me up and let me know what your favorite day of Smallville is. I'm gonna try and talk more about Halloween next week, because we're getting closer and closer to that holiday, and it's fantastic. It's my favorite holiday. So I hope you have a good weekend. Have a good week. Be safe. Go eat macaroni and cheese or something like that. That's what I'm gonna do later. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you later. And if you see Dracula Untold, love it. Great movie. Have fun. Have a good day. Thanks, guys. Bye.